T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're listening to The Twisted 10, bringing you original and unique, host-created top 10 lists, recorded live in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida, with hosts Tach Van Sickle and Adam Poston.
And welcome to The Twisted 10, Tach. I'm one of your hosts. My name's Adam.
And my name is Tach.
And sitting in as guest again, as perma-guest on this show, might as well make her a cast member at this point, is...
Andrea Joy.
Hi, how are you guys this week?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing really good tonight.
I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic.
Tach, I have a list this week, and I know how much you like twists. I have a twist in mind.
Yes! That's good.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So, there's no real easy way to segue into this, so I guess I'll start off by asking, have you ever done something so stupid and then realized after you did it that you really should not have done it?
Let's see, I was married 3 times.
Yes, that's a pretty good one. Andrea, what about you?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Is that what I was like during the last show? Just yeses and nos? Sorry, it feels like that. Sorry.
Wait, what was the question?
What was the question? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, what was the question?
Is that what I kept asking?
Yeah, can you tell me that question again?
Damn it. Your mistakes or your oopses that you recognize you shouldn't have done, decisions you shouldn't have made, are similar to the people's on this list, but they take it up a level.
Explain.
This is the top 10 of the ones I found interesting. Darwin Awards.
Darwin Awards. Explain exactly what a Darwin Award is.
Andrew, do you know what a Darwin Award is?
I can guess.
Well, take a guess.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You said
Wait, what was the question?
Smart ass.
She's going to be on fire.
Darwin Awards are acts that people have done, something in their lives that they have done that cost them the ultimate mistake. So every one of these stories have to do with somebody doing something and then dying as a result of it.
Wow.
Yeah, there's an entire website dedicated to this. This is not where I got this list. This list is ones that I searched and found from all over the internet. But there's literally a Darwin Awards each year, and they go through like 10 of the best or 20 of the best in each year.
Like A Million Ways to Die or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so let's get this started.
All right.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Now, I've given each one of these little nicknames at the beginning for the particular one. This one is called Butthole Boozer.
Butthole what?
Butthole Boozer.
God.
Alcoholism is a terrible condition which affects millions around the world, but you would hope that even the most hardened alcoholic would take steps to address the problem when it caused chronic throat pain. Well, one Texas man decided to circumvent his difficulty in imbibing booze the traditional way by giving himself an alcoholic enema.
Oh my God.
The tissues of the rectum are packed with blood vessels that can absorb pharmaceuticals very quickly, hence
suppositories?
That's a tough one. Suppositories. It's on the briefcase. So when our Texas friend put 3 liters of sherry up his backside, it was inevitably going to be game over, and he died.
Wow.
From alcohol overdose.
So it's 3 liters of sherry will do it to you.
3 liters. 3 liters of sherry up
butt.
your hairy. Yeah, in the butt. So that was number 10. Have you heard of the kids that do the vodka
Putting
tampons?
it in their tampons?
Yeah.
The what?
Vodka tampons.
Yep.
I'm dead serious. I know it sounds stupid.
Soaking them in alcohol and sticking them in to get drunk.
No, I've never heard this.
Can you imagine how much that would burn?
It's so bad.
I mean, my pussy hurts
horrible.
all the time.
Ugh.
Okay, wait a second. She says, you say, can you imagine how that would burn? And she goes, it's horrible.
It burns so bad.
She knew it. Yeah, she knew it.
I'm going in right now.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9 I like to call, reminiscing back to the old games, headshot.
Headshot?
You can die from doing selfies?
Apparently. Let's see. Some men will go to extraordinary lengths to prove their dominance over a woman or a sexual rival. In Poland, Krzysztof Zdeński was one such man. In 1995, the 30-year-old and some of his friends were playing drinking games designed to prove their manliness, such as by stripping naked and bashing each other around the head with frozen turnips. Yes, turnips. Such was one man's bravado and stupidity that he accepted a dare to cut off his own foot with a chainsaw.
What the hell?
And he did it. Not to be outdone, Zdeński reportedly grabbed a chainsaw and yelled, "Watch this," and proceeded to decapitate himself.
What?
Yep, killed himself.
What?
They were boozing it up.
Why would he do that?
The question I've got is, did he actually win then? I mean, is he the winner?
I mean...
He's the most manly?
How did... Okay.
These are all stories about people that have done something so stupid it's cost them their life. That's the Darwin Awards. Darwin.
Gotcha.
Do you understand how Darwin ties into this whole thing, by the way? Survival of the fittest and the evolutionary chain. If you're not strong enough for your genes to replicate or smart enough,
yeah,
you're not going to proceed.
Only the strong survive.
So yes, this guy showed his dominance and decapitated himself.
That's crazy.
Like, did he actually decapitate?
Like the whole thing?
How
He had
can
a
you
chainsaw.
go all the way through that? I mean,
Yeah, you would think at some point you'll die before making it through to burn on through to the other side.
Centrifugal force.
I mean, that's a cool word to say, but it doesn't apply here.
Unless he was like in a gravitron and he just let gravity kind of go through.
He laid on his back and just dropped it.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Number 8. So this
Number
one is
8.
This one I've named Matter Fact.
Matter fact.
Matter fact. In 2008, 46-year-old David Monk was on his holiday in Italy with a group of friends. After having a few beers one evening, the lads decided to steal a protective mat that was that covered the metal barriers at the bottom of the slope, and they wanted to use it as a sledge. As a sled. It actually says sledge, by the way. They wanted to use it as a sled. They hiked up the hill, hurled themselves down, and promptly slammed straight into the very same barrier they stole the protective matting from. So they died because of the protective matting that they stole.
I love how all of these start off with, okay, so they're drinking.
Yeah, so far, drinking, and drinking. Yes, all three of these.
What have we learned here today, kids?
Don't take dares when you're drunk.
Don't play with chainsaws when you're drinking.
That's probably, both are excellent.
This is the safety top 10.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So number 7. Number 7 I have named Diving Dumbass.
Number 7.
Number 7. In 1999, a paraglider named Craig from, by the way, some of these sites have had subpoenas to pull the people's formal name off of the story.
Gotcha.
Because they didn't want their family members deceased. I guess the person couldn't pull their name off it. The dead guy had to, or girl had to have his family pull it off.
Because they were complaining about it?
Yeah, they didn't want their dead, not the person, the families.
I know.
I see what you did there. I see what you did. In 1999, a paraglider named Craig from Riverton in Utah decided he'd try out a new soft way of landing and splash down in a canal.
Okay.
The first part went swimmingly, with Craig executing a perfect landing. Unfortunately, the swimming part didn't go quite so well. Craig's parachute filled up with water and dragged him downstream and drowned him.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I would say it's like a sail, but like a hydrosail, basically.
Or
Why
an
didn't
anchor.
you take it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking when I was reading the story. I'm like, those things are usually pretty easy to unlatch.
Yeah, don't you just like go click?
Maybe not with pressure or something though. Maybe it's when it gets down to where it's light or, on the ground or something.
Right.
So maybe full of water pulling him would have been similar to air.
Why wasn't anyone waiting down at the bottom for him to land?
In the canal?
Yes.
Why would
Close
there be
there.
somebody? Why would
You
All
listen.
the spectators?
With mine and Tach's experience of paraglide landing in a canal, you always land on a moving speedboat with a bad guy and punch him.
Oh, okay. And that way you don't drown.
Yes, that's exactly right.
And then you save a pretty girl.
Usually, yeah. And we call them Bond girls.
And you hit the ugly ones with the boat.
Oh my god.
Yes. All right, number 6.
Number 6.
Hurricane winds up, dude. I had to. I told myself in my head, you have to read it like that.
Okay, success.
As hurricane strength winds swept through the south, sensible Spaniards up and down the coast battened. What?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
I liked the sensible Spaniards.
Sensible Spaniards.
What made them sensible?
Sensible Spaniard is my stripper name.
Sensible Spaniard says Simpson. Say that again.
Okay. As hurricane strength winds swept through the south, sensible Spaniards. I hear it now.
Swept to the south, sensible Spaniards.
Swept through the south, sensible Spaniards up and down the coast, I'm not going to get through this one.
You're doing it.
As hurricane strength winds swept through the south, sensible Spaniards up and down. God damn it. What are you doing to me?
How about instead of sensible Spaniards, let's say some guys. No, not some guys.
The
dudes. Just so you get rid
terrific
of the S's.
Turkish.
Did you write this, or did somebody else write this?
Some of it I wrote, some of it I copied and pasted.
Oh. These
All
are
right,
supposed to be original.
Yeah, I know. Well, I found the story.
I'm just kidding.
Well, like I got the guy's
I do the
names
same thing. Some things I write freehand.
Yeah.
And other
Most of
things
this-
I copy paste.
Most of this I wrote.
Okay.
This is a couple
Sensible
things.
Spaniard part?
All right, you're right. No, that I think I copied and pasted. We can give it another shot. As hurricane strength winds, now I'm reading it like a news broadcaster. This just in.
As hurricane strength winds.
Living from the sensible south.
No, there's no sensible south. As hurricane strength winds swept through the south, sensible Spaniards up and down the coast battened down the hatches and prepared themselves to sit through the storm. Our 40-year-old hero of this story had other ideas. Seeing the reports of high winds and huge waves, he decided to defy the ban imposed on going into the water. He grabbed his balls, strapped to his board. He grabbed his balls, strapped into his board, and unhurled the kite. He was kite surfing in hurricane strength winds.
Why was he holding his balls?
Manly expression.
Yeah.
Was he a sensible Spaniard?
It's like saying man up.
I think he wasn't the sensible Spaniard.
He was a balls grabbing Bolivian.
Okay.
I've heard about those.
His body was found more than a kilometer away from the sea, having been dragged by the winds and slammed against several buildings along the way. He got flown
God.
inward.
Yeah.
Not like inward. Inward. Let me make sure I didn't get that.
But were his balls okay?
He was dead.
He was dead, but the balls are okay, right?
He didn't actually grab. It's like saying man up.
It said he grabbed his balls.
Right.
It's a turn of phrase.
There was actually another one that the guy didn't die here in Daytona Beach that was kite surfing. This is windsurfing, isn't it?
Kite
surfing, yeah. He was kite surfing as well. And he got on the news. The news was recording him during a tropical storm. And he got picked up by the kite, by the wind, and this kite and the surfboard and everything slammed right up against a building. He was fine. I mean, he had a couple broken bones, but it was just funny because it was live on the news.
Oh, wow.
Became viral.
Was he drinking?
I don't know.
Was this guy drinking?
No, this one doesn't say he was drinking.
He just was holding balls.
All right, so that is 10 through 6. We're going to take a quick break in studio. When we come back, Tach, you really won't believe number 5.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Welcome back to the Twisted 10. So, Tach, I'm going to run through the top 5 of the top 10.
Let's do it.
Butthole Boozer. Headshot.
Stupid.
Number 8 is Matter Fact, with the mat the guys used. Number 7, Diving Dumbass. And number 6, Hurricane. Winds up, dude.
What was it? Severe. What?
Sensible Spaniards.
Sensible Spaniards.
Yeah.
Man, that was hard to get through. All right. All right, so on to number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5 goes out to our friend Josh out in Tampa, because this is one of the things he does. Park a what?
What's that?
What?
Parka what?
Parka what?
Parquet?
Meaning parkour.
Oh. Gotcha.
This is for parkour. Things started well for Mark and his mates. They found a gap between two multi-story car parks with a 40-foot drop below. And after taking a good long run-up, Mark managed to clear it. Now, you know what parkour is, right, Tach?
Yes.
Andrew, you know what parkour is?
No.
Parkour is the sport. Finally, somebody doesn't know I get to talk. Parkour is technically the definition of it is getting from point A to point B the most efficiently. Now, Americans and some French and Spaniards and whatever, sensible Spaniards, put a little twist on it where they add acrobatics to it. So flippy flips and back dives and rolls and stuff like
Connor?
that. Exactly like Connor. Connor does it as well. Yes. So this guy, Mark, and his mates are doing it as well. This is another one of male machismo. So he was proud of his achievement. He headed to the pub with his pals. On their way home after drinking, they passed the car park again, and it's there where things started to go wrong. Man, it's hard to say. Full of Dutch courage that comes from a couple of pints, Mark threw himself at the gap again, but lost his balance on the far side and fell 40 foot down onto a solid concrete pad.
Good Lord.
No amount of alcohol could have cushioned that blow. Now,
No.
all of these are sad. They're all involving deaths. So it's super sad, in general. But that's kind of what the Darwin Awards are about. You do dumb things that result in your death. That's just kind of what happens.
I also like the term when you said threw himself at the gap. That just struck me as kind of funny.
What were you thinking about?
Sounded dirty.
Oh, I was thinking about the store.
Oh.
What they were selling in the store?
She's
I thought
innocent.
he died shopping at the Gap.
Oh. All right. So number four. Number four is called mobile repairs. James Burns, 34 of Michigan, was attempting to repair his truck. All right. Seems pretty reasonable. Well, Burns couldn't understand where the noise was coming from. Burns asked his friend to drive the truck on the highway while he clung to its undercarriage in an ill-fated attempt to work out the source of the funny noise it kept making.
Well, that sounds retarded.
Yeah, that's hence Darwin Award.
Wow.
It didn't work out so well, Tach.
How long did he last?
I don't know. It didn't really say. According to his ex-wife, between 30 seconds and a minute. Get it? How long did it last, Tach?
What?
Number three. I've named sticking situation. A 33-year-old man was found stabbed to death in his own house in Lancaster with no indication of struggle and no suicidal tendencies. So this is like one of those riddles I like to ask.
Okay.
How did he die? No, I'm just kidding. After the mystery was investigated, it was discovered that Darren had bought a new jacket, which he believed was stab-proof Kevlar, and he wanted to test his abilities.
God.
So he stabbed himself through his jacket and died.
With what?
A knife.
What else would you stab yourself?
Well, I mean, I didn't know if it was like, like something he had set up to stab him or what?
A diving flipper, Tach. He stabbed himself with a diving flipper.
I don't think that's right.
A bowling pin?
No, I'm not thinking
A
that's
pool
correct either.
noodle.
A pool noodle. Stabbed himself with a pool noodle. Number two.
Number two.
I've named going up.
Going up, question mark?
Elevator?
Going up. This is out of Korea. After missing the lift, the K-Man, they're naming him K-Man because he's removed his identity,
Okay.
rolled back his wheelchair, and the lift in Korea is also the elevator,
Right.
rolled back his wheelchair and repeatedly rammed into the doors in an attempt to force them open. Well, guess
Is that
what?
a video?
Yes, there's a video
I've
of this.
seen the video.
Guess what? He succeeded, but
Yeah.
the elevator was already gone. So, Mr. K, crippled K, rolled down into oblivion and died.
This is the stupid shall be punished.
That's an angry little handicapped man. I don't know why I said little. I imagine him being little because he's Korean.
'Cause
What
he's
did he
shorter,
think would
too.
be on the other side of those doors?
The elevator?
Heaven, 72 virgins.
That's why the doors are there, to let you know there's nothing there.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
well, maybe it was a mental handicap that required a
Well,
weird
why didn't he
wheelchair.
have his nurse with him?
They don't have nurses.
It's
Could have been a
Korean.
temporary handicap, too.
It's Korean. Maybe he was...
Well, why didn't he have his Korean nurse with him?
Korean nurses cost a lot, Tach. You know what I mean?
They do. It's like, it's not as cheap as you would think it would be.
Okay. That's okay. Possibly. All right,
I don't know. I don't know. What?
Okay. Number one.
Number one.
We've made it to number one. I've named this one Up, and where'd he go?
All right. Let's hear it.
Ooh, the balloon.
That is exactly right.
The what?
The one from the movie Up.
That's right. Larry Walters loved the instant classic Up.
Oh.
You remember Up?
Yeah.
Okay. He successfully recreated the situation after attaching 45 weather balloons to an armchair. Larry cut himself loose thinking he would float 30 feet above his garden in California. He miscalculated and rose to an elevation of, take a guess.
3,784 feet.
3,784. How does she must know this story?
$1, Bob.
$1. The winner would be Andrea here. He rose to an elevation of 10,000 feet. That's where oxygen starts to deprive. You can't breathe naturally above 10,000.
Why didn't he pop one of the balloons?
I know. I was thinking, didn't he have not have a plan for that?
Yeah, I don't know. He was the Korean in the wheelchair that did this. No, I'm kidding. Two searches were performed for the daredevil, but were both unsuccessful. His body ended up being found by a fishing boat days later. So off into the sea he went.
Wow.
After he lost air and suffocated, floating around.
Suffocation. No bother. Don't give a fuck.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that's where we were going here. What's the twist?
All right, so yes, there is a twist on this week, and I'll review each one of them again with you if you need me to.
Okay.
The twist is, while all of these stories are true Darwin stories, one of them, the individual in the story, survived.
Ah.
Can you tell me which one survived? You me run through them again?
Yes.
All right, I'll go quick. See if you can remember each one.
We gotta do quick? We can't go through each one?
Well, we can. Butthole Boozer.
Pass.
Well, you remember that one, right? That's the guy.
Yeah, I remember them.
Number 9 is Headshot. That's the chainsaw to
I'm guessing
your
he
head.
didn't survive.
I think that one he probably lived.
Matter Fact. That's the guys on the bobsled that they made out of, or sled that they made out of the barrier. Okay. Number 7 is Diving Dumbass. That's the guy who used the canal as his landing platform for his paragliding. Mm-hmm. Number 6 is Hurricane. What up, dude? Number 5 is what? Meaning the parkour guy. All right. Gotcha. Number 4 is Mobile Repairs. It's the guy laying under the truck. Mm-hmm. Number 3 is Sticking Situation. It's a guy who was found stabbed to death in his Kevlar jacket. Number 2 is Going Up, meaning the elevator. Mm-hmm. The guy, the Korean in the wheelchair. And number 1 is Up, and where'd he go? Based on the movie
I'm gonna guess.
They all happened. None of them are fake, but one of them, the guy survived.
What was the third one?
Third is The Sticking Situation. That's the one where the guy stabbed himself in the chest.
Not that one. The one before that.
I'm curious about that one.
Mobile Repairs? Which one? The Sticking Situation?
Yeah, I'll go with the car guy.
You think the car guy, you think the Mobile Repairs. You're both wrong. No prize for either one of you. Nope, not the elevator guy either.
Okay. It was Up, and Away.
Up, where'd he go?
That's
Survived.
what I was going to get, but I didn't think you were going to pick number 1 as the twist.
Up.
No,
where
trying
up,
to
where
read you.
Yeah. No, I did. I put number 1 as the twist this week. How do you like that?
You're special.
How you like me now?
He survived, huh?
Yep, he survived. Yeah.
Wow.
Later died from helium intoxication. No, I'm just kidding.
He sucked out the air to stop floating. They found him. His voice was so high.
Did you know our world is running out of helium? This isn't a PSA or anything. I'm just saying we're actually running out of the gas helium on the planet. We're consuming it too quickly.
So we're not going to have any more balloons?
No more helium balloons. Now there'll be hydrogen balloons.
Will they float?
A little more dangerous.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they'll still float.
They'll float, but don't smoke within, 30 feet.
So this week's episode, Tach, was the Darwin
That was
Awards.
a good episode, man. I liked it.
You like the Darwin Awards?
Yeah, that was nice.
There were some gruesome stories in the Darwin Awards, but I didn't want to get too gruesome.
I'm hoping maybe a part 2.
There's plenty to do. Oh my God, there's
Cool.
tons of them.
That's what he's going to have for his list for like the next 6 months.
More Darwin Awards, Part 7.
Great, Adam. Thanks. We don't want to hear it again. Idiots died doing dumb things. Yes, we know. So who's doing next week? So you got next week's Tach?
Either me or Jimmy Klein. We're still trying to get him into the studio. Hopefully we'll do it.
He's such a tease.
Well,
He's turning into a Little John.
well,
Just saying.
I wouldn't
Little
say
John's.
that.
Get it? The pizza place.
I wouldn't say that. This week was a little bit different because, we kind of did an off night and it was kind of last minute, like, hey, do you want to do it? And so, Sunday nights aren't the best for him.
True that.
Did you say Little John's the pizza place?
Yeah, Little John, the guy from the Robin Hood.
Oh, that guy.
Okay.
What?
All right.
All right. Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Of course, Andrea. It's
Anytime.
nice having you on. We liked your episode last time too about the
Yeah, that one. It was good, wasn't it?
no, stop.
That was so funny. I was sitting there going, wow, I don't remember.
Infomercials, worst
Oh,
or best.
yeah, that one was so good.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
funny.
yeah. I can't wait to have Jimmy on. Have Andrea do another one. Tach, you do another one. That way I can take a month off and just
like this
sit-
right
And then
man.
you'll do the part 2.
Exactly. Yes. Unoriginal. What can I say? No, I'm kidding. All right. So that's a show this week. If neither one of you guys have any teasers for what you're going to bring in the future?
No, I don't even have a clue what I'm doing next.
All right. Andrea, nothing from you?
Nope.
All right. Well, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Where can they find us and contact us, Tach?
They can get a hold of us or send us an email if they have an idea for our list or if you want to be a possible guest on the show. You can hit us up at thetwisted10@gmail.com. Of course, you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter, and you can twat at us at thetwisted10.
Very cool. All right. Well, my name's Adam.
And I'm Tach.
And I'm Andrea Joy.
Oh, yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.